Hello everyone, welcome, happy Friday. We're having a beautiful day today. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about my natal Mars and what that means for me. We had talked last week about transiting Venus, and today we're going to be talking about natal Mars. So we'll talk about just the beginning, the difference between those two terms. So transiting means where the planet is right now in the sky right now, and how that's affecting you, how it's affecting your birth chart. And your natal planet is where it was in your birth chart when you were born. So those two planets are always going to be, or actually, let me rephrase, that one planet is going to affect how you inherently are and how you inherently present yourself to the world. That's your natal side. And then transiting is going to include the energies that the planet brings to the world right now and where it can highlight in your life, but also how it can highlight different areas within the world and on the world stage. So let's just deep dive into the three lenses that my natal Mars has. Be the planet Mars, the sign I put it in, and then the house I put it in. So what do we know about the planet Mars? It's our firecracker planet. It's our planet of aggression, of assertion, of masculinity. It's how we, if Mercury is how we communicate, then Hermes is how we take that information that we've received and we put it out into the world. Venus is how we receive. It's our yin planet. It's how we attract. It's our lovely planet. Any sort of aggression, war, dominance, assertion, anything that has to do with power will go to the planet Mars. So if I like to think of, the sun as, this lighthouse that's just going over this general area of your life. It's going slowly. Venus is attracting. Mars is going to be like that spotlight, intense energy that's like blinding you in the face. It likes to be seen and it likes to be heard. So that planet will always have that energy, no matter what sign it's in. It will take that gusto and then put it through the lens of the sign. So the sign that I put my natal Mars in is Taurus, the bull, slow moving, earth sign, a negative fixed sign. So I can be slow to get aggravated. I can hold my tongue and I can receive a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. But then the second I'm done, I am charging at that. I can only see red. Can only see red. That's a joke that I used to make at when I was just starting out waitressing. I'd be like, there's going to be a moment that I snap and just literally just red comes in front of my eyes and I can't see anything. And it's like, we both reached for the gun, like that type of thing. So, so that is where I put my natal Mars, is in the sign of slow moving, but also, so the positive side of Taurans, we, like nice things. We like comfortability. So I like knowing who I can communicate with, how I can assert myself. I like knowing, it's a little bit, how do I say? It's a little bit of a primal placement, especially the house that I put it in. So I find that to be really cool. I love, the signs that are run by like an animal, like I'm an Aries, so the ram, and, the Taurus Mars is the bull. So I love having that symbolism that I can really work with. The house that I put it in is my 7th house of relationships. So I like to think of the 7th house as God in another, God in the very special beings in your life, the profound beings in your life. So again, to go back to that animalistic, it's like the alpha beta. It's like, if you're going to match me, if you're going to, draw, and one of us wins, we'll bite each other, we'll be bloodied and beaten and almost dead. One will have authority, the other will be, second in command. And then life will just go on and we'll be best friends forever and ever and ever. That's that. So ends of relationships for me in the past have been, or let me rephrase, letting go of the endings of profound relationships has sometimes been difficult, but my ascendant is also in Scorpio. So when we're done, we're done. We're done. Like with reverence and love, like I just don't continue to think about them anymore. And I'm not the only one with a Scorpio ascendant. That's a Scorpio ascendant thing, is that we just sometimes don't recognize that like other people are experiencing us in this world. And we're just like, wait, what? You need to deal with me? Oh my God. So that has helped my natal Mars a little bit when it comes to the endings of relationships and the endings of friendships and the endings of partnerships. But when you're in with me, you're in, and you know it, and I tell you that I care about you, and I'm expressive, and it's a beautiful thing, you know. With the Taurus vibe, we like to know who's in our lives, and we like to know where they are. So whenever it is that I do need to assert myself, I feel comfortable and confident to be able to have more difficult conversations with the close people in my life because of that. So I hope that this makes sense. Let's wrap it up one more time. So the 3 views that our natal Mars has, it's Mars, that energy, that's always going to be the assertive one. It's always going to be a firecracker. It's always going to have tons of that spotlight. I put it in the sign of Taurus, the slow-moving bull, but once you piss them off, they're just going to fucking kill you, in the 7th house of relationships, very alpha beta. So with that knowledge and with that understanding, that helps me better identify how I can assert myself, how I can verbalize if I'm uncomfortable, and to also help me recognize that because of this information, I might not express that I am uncomfortable when I should. I might not express that I've been offended, even though I should. So that's a little bit of my work, is that sometimes I take a few moments after like I had a conversation with someone and I feel like, wait, what? And I'll just really debrief with myself and then maybe say something to them and say, hey, I felt a little bit weird about that comment. Could you maybe rephrase it? Because I don't really know where that boundary is or where that line is. So I'll over communicate that one because my Mercury is in Pisces. So we can, with my Mercury in Pisces, with my Mars in Taurus, and with my ascendant in Scorpio, I can be extremely eloquent in giving very dry and very bitter information. And it can feel wonderful while I'm telling you some really shitty shit. So that's a beautiful blessing, and I'm grateful because of what I do, that is the makeup and collection of the stardust that is me. So please let me know, where is your natal Mars? Do you know your birth chart? Have you downloaded one yet? Tell me about it. What house did you put your natal Mars in, and what sign did you put your natal Mars in? I'd be super interested to know. And please reach out directly if you have any questions. And if you're keen for a birth chart reading, this is one of my favorite services that I offer. So please let me know how I can be most helpful for you. Have a beautiful weekend.